Hi, Omega Chaos here again, and with another online tech profile, and this time I am showing my Blackluster Soldier ritual deck. So this deck will get a lot of support in Dimension of Chaos. So yeah, it's a pretty good deck and very fun to play, but of course it's not going to be very competitive. So I guess let's go this deck. So first is the new Blackluster Soldier Ritual Monster, Blackluster Soldier Super Soldier. I have no idea why a soldier is in the name twice, but I guess it's because of the Japanese name, which is Choshenshi Khaos Soldier. So yeah, this is pretty much like the regular Blackluster Soldier, except that it has a Flame Wingman type effect, and it also floats. You can just summon a Khaos the Fierce Knight monster from the deck, hand or graveyard when it gets destroyed. So it's definitely pretty powerful monster. And then you also run one of the regular Blackluster Soldier monster with no effect. So yeah, I don't think I need to explain this, because some run the additional ritual monster, but some don't. Some only run the free Super Soldier, but yeah, I think it's pretty good to run an additional one, because of course the ritual spell has two effects to summon your Blackluster Soldier ritual monsters. Then of course run the Blackluster Soldier in the beginning. I don't think I need to explain this. Of course this deck also has a Chaos theme to it, of course, as well. Then the Khaos the Fierce Knight monsters. Pretty much the Blackluster Soldier is an evolved form of Khaos the Fierce Knight. So that's why there are Khaos the Fierce Knight monsters in this deck. So first two galloping Khaos the Fierce Knight. You can just normal summon this card without tributing, but its attack becomes a 1900. And if this card is tributed, you can search for any Blackluster Soldier monster from the deck. So you can search for your ritual monsters, or even Envoy of the Beginning. So definitely a really good card. But of course for it you need a level 1 monster to go alongside it. And then Awakened Khaos the Fierce Knight. You can normal summon this card without tributing if your opponent controls more monsters than you do. And if this card is tributed, you can summon Blackluster Soldier from hand or graveyard. So that's pretty good, but not as good as Galloping. This card is also a V-Jump promo, so it's not going to come out in the future anytime soon, I think. Then I run the mini Gaia monsters, Gaia the Midnight Sun and Gaia the Polar Knight. These pretty much banish your darks and lights. So you banish your mini PLS monsters, so you can then get their effects off. And of course they are searched with Reinforcement Army. Some run the mini Chaos Dragons instead of these, but I like them instead because they are of course searchable, like I said before, and they are not completely dead draws if you don't have the monsters in the graveyard. Then the mini PLS monsters, Knight of the Beginning. It has two main effects. First, that if this card in the graveyard is banished, you can search for ritual spell card from your deck, so that's very nice. And a Blackluster monster ritual summon using this effect, so using this card against these effects, you banish one monster your opponent controls, and also if that monster destroys opponent's monster by battle, you can attack again. So that way the Envoy at begins effects. Of course you can gain them, and you can use both of those effects, and you can still attack as well, so that's very nice. And then the mini Knight of the Evening Twilight. With this you can also banish one monster with both controls if you use this card as for a ritual summon of a Blackluster ritual monster. And of course you can banish one random card from your opponent's hand until your opponent's next end phase, and if this card is banished from the graveyard, you can search for ritual monster from the deck. So definitely this works very well in the deck. Then I run one Soul of the Supreme Soldier. It's a level of monster, so it can go alongside your Khaos, and its effect, you can send one Black Cloud Soldier monster from your hand to graveyard until your opponent's next end phase. This card attack becomes 3000, and also its name becomes the Black Luster Soldier. And you can also banish this card from the graveyard and add one item of the beginning or Night of the Evening Twilight from your deck to your hand. So they are a pretty good search of your mini BLS monsters. Then I also run two of the Djinns. Of course, the Djinn release of rituals is banned, but you can use these Djinn monsters, and they work pretty well in a deck. One is level 4 and one is level 1. So yeah, with Djinn press of the rituals, you can, if the monster ritual someone using this card was is destroys a monster per battle, you can draw one card, and with Djinn Successor of rituals, the rituals on monster becomes unaffected by tap cards, so definitely pretty good as well. Then I of course run the 3 Munch of the 10,000 Hand to search for my essential cards. Then I run 2 Photon Treasure just for rank 4 plays, and it's of course a light warrior type monster. And 1 Arrogant Knight to send cards to the graveyard, and it's a dark warrior level 4 monster to send your, for example, Djinns to the graveyard or something else you need. Then a spell is of course the main ritual spell, Supreme Warrior Ritual. This card can be used to ritual summon any Black Cloud Soldier ritual monster, and you must also tribute monster from hand or field whose levels equal exactly 8, so you can't go beyond 8, so you have to be, so you have to build your deck with that in mind. And it has a second effect in the graveyard. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card and 1 light and 1 dark monster from the graveyard, and then plus one Black Cloud Soldier ritual monster from hand, ignoring its summoning condition. So you can summon your BLS monster twice, only using this 1 ritual spell. So that's very nice. And then 3 Khaos Field, the field spell for this deck. When this card is activated, you can search for any Black Cloud Sorcery ritual monster or any Kaya Fierce Knight monster from your deck to your hand. So immediate +1 pretty much. And each time monster or multiple monsters is sent to graveyard, place 1 spell counter to this card for each of those monsters, maximum 6. And once per turn, you can remove 3 spell counters from this card, and then you can add 1 ritual spell card from your deck to your hand. So that's definitely really good. But of course, you can only activate 1 of these per turn. And then 1 Terraforming Search Chaos Field out from the deck. Then 3 Reinforce of the Army. Of course, really good search for the mini PS monsters, your mini Kayada Fierce Knights, your Solo Supreme Soldier, your Armor Knight of Photon Treasure. So definitely really good. Then some trap cards for protection, because of course normally ritual based decks don't really run any traps, only sometimes around the tree, but in this deck you need some defense because it is kinda slow sometimes. So Swan of Warning, Compulsive Action Device, Bottomless Trap Hole, Mirror of Force, and 2 Fence Chain. Now the extra deck is not really very essential in this deck, mostly just rank 4s, but of course you can go into your Xyz monsters sometimes. So first of course Divine Dragonite Featherground, you have 2 Black Cloud Soldiers on the field, you want to go into your rank 8, but of course most of the time you're not going to do it. So of course Featherground, also the Silver High Protector to get rid of the problematic card. Then 1 Mega Thunder Priest Dracosuck, just in case you have 2 Kayas on the field. Then rank 4s, just everything I could find that is could be useful in this deck. So it's Semi Pearl, a Dark Reborn Exist Dragon, Number 39, Utopia. Car Corridor, Antlers and Night. Number 104, Agacero. Number 1 South Arc. Ghost Musketeer. Sword General. This card is really good in this deck. You can just equip your PLS monsters into it, and then it will have very high attack, and of course it's out to Apocryphal Towers as well. Then Khaos Samurai, use an extra knight, Khaos Cowboy, and finally number 8 Epstein Berserk. So that was my Black Lotus Soldier ritual deck. Like I said, it's a pretty nice deck, fun to play, but not very competitive because it has consistency problems and it's not really that powerful as well compared to of course, the current meta decks, which are completely broken, especially compared to this deck. So, I hope you enjoyed this online deck profile. For now, goodbye and Oma Khaos out!